Welcome to the Redemption Dynasty team call. It is February 11th. Wow, I feel like February is flying by. I am going to share my screen with you. We're going to start with recognition. Share. Awesome. All right. I need this bigger on my screen. I don't know what size it looks like on yours, but it needs to be bigger on mine. All right, so far we've changed 3 lives so far. I'm super excited about it. I've chatted with some of you about different ways to get you guys on here, setting up your CBCs, or people that you are in the works talking to right now. So I'm super excited to see the difference between this week and next week. I know I will for sure be at Success Club, and I'm excited to see some of you guys there also. If you're not on the board, I just want you to know like you can get on the board. Super simply, just keep showing up. You guys are doing the work. You will get there. I want to shout out Stephanie for continuing to be a leader in the boot camp, continuing to show up and like preparing herself for when she is rocking her own boot camp, because you guys don't get to be in my boot camp forever and I will kick you out. And you are getting yourself to a space where you're going to be able to kind of run your own boot camps, which is just very exciting. The next thing is our social media shout out. Anise is not here because she said, quote unquote, I am single momming it right now and I have Girl Scouts and she's running around doing all of the things. So she's going to catch the recording, but I just wanted to shout her out because I don't know if you follow Anise in general. She does really good at objecting people in different ways on her stories, but sharing about her life. And I really like this post that she did the other day because it's not really about fitness and her health and fitness journey. It's all about her confidence. And I could feel where she was. She's talking about how she used to be that girl that hated taking pictures and how she would stand in the back or hide behind the baby or pose kids and move around. So she was in like this perfect position where she wasn't up front, and how insecure she was and how she cared too much about what other people thought. And like, when I was reading this, I could feel that, right? I was like, oh my goodness, this was me. And I just want to shout her out because that is what helps you build relationships with people. That is what gets you guys to speak to those people. So when you share and story tell about a moment, a moment in time, and you like screenshot that is how like people relate to you. You speak to the one and not the million. So I just wanted to shout her out. Anise, you're doing a great job at that. Next, we have, I feel like, a million announcements. Amy, is it gonna work? Next, announcements. Coach Summit, still get your tickets. If you guys haven't got your tickets yet, you guys need to get your tickets. It does earn you points for a Team Cup. So if you are, I think most of you guys are on a Team Cup team. So this will be an easy way to get you some points in Team Cup. So make sure that you guys are registered. Summit is coming up so soon. Guys, oh my gosh, I cannot wait for Summit. Oh, Shelby, hi. It's in Indianapolis this year, the same place it was last year when I went for my first time. And it was literally the biggest moment of my business, because it was the first time that I was surrounded by people. I feel like it's so easy in this business to feel alone. It's so easy to feel like you don't have people because all your people are through a screen, right? And so Summit makes that real. Is something not muted? Nope. Okay. The next announcement, resetting the clock. I don't know if you guys heard about this yet, but if you have not gotten one Success Club point ever, so you've never sold a challenge pack, you've never sold Shakeology, you haven't signed your CBC up, never ever got one Success Club point, they've reset the clock. They're going kind of back in time for you guys to have the opportunity to hit Success Starter. That is something that I did in my business, meaning you hit Success Club for the first 3 months of your business. But if you've never ever hit Success Club, they're backtracking, and they're actually, oh, I screenshotted it on my iPad that I left at school. Dang it. They're actually giving prizes away for each month that you hit Success Club as a Success Starter. So if you're somebody who's never ever earned a Success Club point, or is your first month in the business, this applies to you. So if you hit Success Club this month, there was a call that you get on, or a one-on-one call or something with a like 10-star diamond, 10-time elite, something, an elite coach that you get kind of a training from in your second month. So February, March, when you hit Success Club, there was something else that you get. And then if you hit February, March, and April, you're going to get your summit to get paid for. And what I suggest, and you are gunning for this, which you should be gunning for this if you qualify. If this is an option for you, you should be gunning for Success Starter. 1, you get your ticket paid for, but 2, I'm a recognition person. So like you get a little tag at Summit, like you wear your accolades on your necklace at Summit, and you get one that says Success Starter. So last year mine said Emerald Coach Success Starter. So it just gives you kind of more to brag about, and I like that. And with all the like rewards, that's the word, rewards that are set up for the next couple months, I would for sure gun for this. But if you are somebody that knows you're going to Summit, buy your Summit ticket now and they will reimburse you. Just so that you have your ticket, you get your team cut points, all of those things, and then you get reimbursed. Fruit Punch Energize, which you guys all know is coming out. It comes out on the 19th, which is like, what, 8 days away. Super, super excited about this. You guys should be trying this. Know that I am giving away Fruit Punch Energize to any of you who are hitting Emerald this week. So if you want to try this Fruit Punch Energize, if you want to see what it's all about, hit Emerald and you're going to get it for free. Comes out the 19th. Know that. Be excited about it. Emerald University, I talked about this yesterday and the day before. I am putting on trainings this week for you guys to get to Emerald. Your goal should be to get to Emerald. If you didn't see me go live yesterday, go back and watch that. I broke it down a little bit, and I talked about why it's important to get to Emerald, what Emerald is, how to get there, those type of things. Today, we're going to talk all about inviting, and that's going to be kind of part of your training, and at the end, I'm going to have an assignment for you guys. So those are all of my announcements. I feel like there's a lot. So let's talk inviting. This is going to be super, super interactive. I want to hear what you guys are doing. I want to hear different things. Way with the words. I want to talk about what an invite should look like. Wait, let me backtrack. You should be inviting anybody who is interacting on your social media, your warm market, meaning people that you know. We're going to talk a little bit about that in a minute. And when I mean interacting on your social media, following you, watching your stories, or liking your pictures. When you think of your Instagram or your Facebook, you should think about it like a storefront. It is a store. It is a business. When people walk into a store, they expect to be greeted. They expect to be like shown around. They expect that they're going to be like not sold, but like it's not weird, right? Like when I walk into Charming Charlie's, I know they're going to be like, hey, is there anything I can help you with? There's 25% off this. And they're showing me things because I walked in, I entered that. When people enter your business, they should know that they are openly being like engaging in your business. So you are allowed, like inviting them shouldn't feel icky and weird to you because they are engaging in your business just like entering the store, right? When you invite people, and this is going to go for people when you invite from Instagram, like cold market people, people that are engaging in your stuff, but maybe you don't know personally. And when you invite people on social, like that you know, I would say, think about how you were invited. I'm looking at all these people on this call, and I'm positive I invited every single one of you to this business and to the like workout side of it. Think about what I said to you that made you say yes, because I'm sure you all have been invited to a million things in life. I get invited to things all the time. I got invited to Beachbody a lot of times before I said yes to Kate. Think about why you said yes to me and what was it in that invite. Was it the invite or was it the stories that I had been posting? What about me inviting you made you say yes? Think back to that, and that's what you need to replicate. Take what I did and do it for your girls. And it's okay to tweak it and make it a little bit more you, think your tribe. But like what I did worked for you, so it should work for your tribe. Know that there's no wrong way to invite. You can't say the wrong thing to the right people. If people are ready, if they're in, you can, it doesn't matter. You could totally mess up your invite. So don't stress too much about it. I think a lot of times people like overthink an invite and they spend way too much time thinking about what they should say, who they should send it to, and how to do it. Step back, and you cannot say the wrong thing to the right person. I'm thinking about one of my success partners, Lauren Valancourt. She's a 1-star diamond on the team. Kate invited her, copy and pasted the same invite to like back to back, day to day, like Tuesday, Wednesday, same exact invite, back to back, and she still said yes. So you cannot say the wrong thing to the right person. I would say keep your invite super, super simple. Do not list everything in the world like, hey, I'm doing this 20-minute program at 6 days a week. You can do this. There's nutrition, there's that. And you have this whole paragraph because like personally, I wouldn't read it. I would have stopped at line 2 and been like, yeah, no. So just like super simple. Hey, I'm running a boot camp. I don't know if you saw. I'm just wondering if you want to jump in and do this with me. Super, super simple. If you have a current invite, I want you to drop it in the chat right now. If you have an invite, let me know what it is. Some of you guys I've seen. And go wait. I'm really good at waiting. I'm a teacher. You guys all know that. Most of you are teachers except Shelby, so you guys are good at waiting too. Let me see your invite. Stephanie, I know you have one. I'm pretty sure I just saw it. Oh, there it is. I was like, I know I've seen yours. Come up with an invite. So like I like Stephanie's. Hey girl, just wanted to reach out and let you know that I'm gearing up for my February boot camp. Wondering if you'd be interested in signing a spot. Let me know your thoughts. I love it because it's super, super simple. Me and Stephanie have talked about her invite before. I'm not calling you out, Stephanie, but I'm going to talk through what we talked about before because yours is here. Because I like that she changed it. We chatted before when she was saying, hey, I noticed that you're following my fitness journey. I noticed that you were like something along those lines. And I just caution to be careful with that because if you invite somebody who's following you who's not seeing those things, then they're going to be like, I don't even know who you are. This is super simple. I absolutely love this. There's nothing that's like I don't feel like she's trying to pour out her whole heart to me in one message. It feels lighthearted. Absolutely love it. We're going to talk, the next slide is about your warm market. Your warm market is people that you know in person. So Shelby, I know Shelby in person. Shelby and I played volleyball in high school together. I personally know Shelby. And so this, personally, I feel like inviting your warm market is scarier. I really care about people in my warm market. I don't want them to feel like I'm being a jerk. I don't want them to like go and talk behind my back. Like I care. I have a harder time not caring if they say no. So for me, I have just a harder time inviting my warm market. So I wanted to hit on this specifically because when you start out as a coach, when you're starting your business, your warm market are the people that already trust you as a person and they love you and they don't think that you're trying to like scam them, right? Like they love you and they trust you. And so a lot of times when you start out, these are the people that are going to start with you because they love you. And so like I think back to like people that I know and like if Shelby were to have invited me, like I know Shelby's heart. I know who she is as a human and I don't feel like she's trying to attack me. And so 1, do not be afraid to invite your warm market. 2, when I invite my warm market, I'm a little bit more lighthearted and kind of more direct. So I kind of personalize them a little bit more because like I know more about them. Like Shelby, I knew that she just had a kid, so I could talk about things like that. You kind of know more about their life, so it's just more casual. When I invited people on my dirt list, which we talked about the other day, people on my dirt list or my chicken list. So like my mom, I didn't invite my mom for a really long time because I was like scared. I didn't want her to think I was scamming her. I didn't want her to feel obligated. I didn't want a lot of those things. When I invited my mom, I was like, hey mom, I'm pushing for this goal. I'm looking for 5 more people to jump into this group with me. I'm not sure if this is your thing, but do you know anybody who would be interested in, and then I explained what I'm doing. It made me feel a little bit better. It opened a window for me to talk to them, and it allowed my mom to say, hey, I think that's something that I would like to do. Or, hey, have you talked to Aunt so-and-so? Or my friend so-and-so? I'll just let them know. And so that was a good window for me. So don't be afraid to invite them. You can ask them if they know other people. Do not be afraid to text people and call them. I feel like we get so wrapped up in the like social media. I run my business from Instagram. I run my business from Facebook. Call somebody. Talk to them at work. Share your journey in other places, because those are the people, like, that's how you're going to get your warm market, is talking to them at work, talking to them when you see them. And like, I get it, because when my aide talks to me about things, I clam up and I panic. Like, oh, I don't know anything. But like, share it, because that's when you're going to get that. Me and my aide talk about it all the time. And I'm telling you, she's going to be on here soon. Let's talk objections really quick, because I think this is what's scary, right? You're scared somebody's going to say no. You're scared they're going to object to you. This is my approach to all objections. Feel, felt, found. Write those words down. Feel, felt, found. Those 3 words help me through every objection anyone could give me. When you get an objection, I typically ask, is that what is holding you back? So if somebody says, I would really, really love to do this, but I don't have the money, I always ask, is money the only thing holding you back? Somebody says, I don't have the time. Is time the only thing holding you back? This gives me the knowledge of like what's actually holding them back, because a lot of times they'll say, well, yeah, and I really don't have time, or they give me another excuse, right? If people don't want to do it, they're going to tell you no. They're going to say, no, I don't want to do this. This isn't for me. And I always like bless and release. And I will ask, oh, cool, do you have a routine? So I like still build that relationship, still want to hear about it. But if they give you an excuse or an objection, they're looking for you to tell them why that's not valid. When I give somebody an excuse, I need them to crush that for me, because it's really my mean girl in my head telling me why I'm not good enough to do something. You know, like when I'm like, oh, I'm looking at these people and I really want to be there, but I can't, I just don't have the money. If you can give me a reason why I have the money, or how I could get the money, or how it's not really as expensive, I feel a little bit better. I might not say yes, but I feel a little bit better. If I don't want to do it, I'm going to just tell you no. Like, no, I'm not. This isn't my thing. No. So know that when you hear an objection, that it is okay to like object back. It's okay to push that objection and not just say like, oh, okay. And this is the way that I approach it. So let's pretend that Stephanie says, I don't have the money for that. And I ask her, like, is money the only thing holding you back? And she tells me yes. So now I know my target there. I know that I want to talk money. It's not time. It's not that she has a bajillion things going on. It's money. And so then I would say, hey, Stephanie, like, I totally feel you. I felt the same way when I was starting out. But what I found as I was digging into my finances was that I was really spending that $15 a month that this breaks down to on my Starbucks. Or really what I found when I was looking at it is that it was less than what my Planet Fitness membership was, and I was never even using that membership to begin with. So what I did is I feel you. I get it. I'm there. So I'm validating their feelings. It's okay to feel like this is expensive. I felt that same way, or I felt my friends felt that way, or you could relate. I felt very similarly in the beginning, but I found that that's not true, and this is why. And so you're not like cutting them off and telling them that it's not okay. You're not like discrediting them. You're validating them, but then you're telling them that like, girl, that's not real. Like, yes, maybe it seems like a lot of money, and sometimes really they don't have the money, but like you can relate to them a little bit. I found that I was spending the money at Target. I found that I was spending the money when I was going out to eat every day, and now I'm saving money because I'm actually eating the portions I should be instead of eating a bunch of things at Walmart or at Pizza Hut and McDonald's and whatever on the way home. Feel, felt, found. You can do that with any objection. So if the objection was busyness, I don't have time for that. I would say I feel you. I am a full-time teacher. I'm a puppy mom, and I literally I drive an hour. I have an hour commute, like total. And I do everything in my house by myself. I don't have anyone that helps me. So I totally get that. There's a lot of things going on. I felt that I didn't need anything else on my plate when I started either. But what I found is when I was putting myself first, even for 20 minutes, so when I wake up 30 minutes earlier and find that 20 minutes for myself, that I am a better person as a teacher and as a puppy mom. I have more patience, and I can talk into that a little bit. So feel, felt, found, any objection. And then I'm going to talk about initial interest. When somebody says that they're ready, or in some sort, there's a couple different ways that conversation can go, and I want to talk about each of them and kind of how to address them. So I really think there's 3 different people. There's the people that you invite and they're like, yes, girl, I'm in, this is what I want to do. And like, that always makes me nervous, because when I first started, I'd be like, cool, here you go, here's your cart. And then they would ghost me, right? Because like, I didn't give them any value. They said yes, and I was like, awesome, here's all the information you need to know, let's get you started now, ready? But honestly, like, they still don't know anything. So when somebody comes to me and they're like ready from the get-go, first invite, they're in, they're like, yes, I find ways to give them value right then and there. I find ways to show them that I care about them, show them that I know what I'm talking about, and show them that this is gonna work for them. So some questions that I always ask is, I'm always like, awesome girl, I am so excited to get you started right now. Can you tell me a little bit about your health and fitness journey? Like, what has held you back in the past? Do you have a current routine? I asked, do you have a current routine? What has held you back in the past? What are you looking for? So those are some questions that I ask. If they have a health and fitness routine, I always ask what it is and if it's working for them and how long they've been doing it. So those are questions that I ask. When I ask them what's held them back, I always am prepared to smash that. So if they tell me time, great, this is gonna be perfect for you because it's only 20 minutes a day. If they tell me nutrition, awesome, this is gonna be great because it comes with this super simple nutrition plan. And Shakeology honestly has changed my life because it's given me all the nutrients that I need in like one foul swoop. So if I mess up in my nutrition plan, if I eat junk food, I know I got some nutrition in somewhere when I drink my shake. They tell me that they're tired and exhausted and they just don't have the like energy to get through something. Awesome, let's talk about how amazing and how short these programs are and how maybe setting you up with some Energize would also be beneficial. And so what I do is I talk about all of those things. I've added value. I explain to them why getting the certain things would be beneficial to them. Personally, I always suggest Shakeology. So I always suggest a challenge pack with Shakeology. And then if there's somebody that's talking about energy, not having time, they feel like they just never have the motivation, then I talk about adding some Energize into that, or whatever else I feel like. There are snacker beach bars. And I feel like for the longest time I got trapped in that, like, I have to sell a challenge pack. And yes, I still sell challenge packs. I do. I still start them with a challenge pack. But I always thought it had to be like a challenge pack with Shakeology or pre-post workout and nothing else. I was always scared to ask about more because I didn't want them to feel like they were spending too much money. What I found when I was doing that is then I was attracting people that felt like it was too much money because I was scared that that's how they would feel, right? And so I've started really pouring value into them, asking them questions and getting them, like, showing them all they're gonna get and getting them excited about it. And I wanna say, when I talk about all this, I still haven't told them how much it's gonna be. We haven't talked prices yet. I'm just building that value. when after I do all that, I'll say, hey girl, if this sounds good to you, let me build you a cart and you can look over the pricing a little bit. And then I send them a share cart. Ready soon. When people are like, oh, awesome, this is something I really want to do. Right now is not the best time for me, but I really do want to do this. One, I ask them why right now is not the time. And then two, I ask them when they're going to be ready. And I will put it in my calendar or I will write a note next to their name. So if it's like money, I really don't have the money right now, but I do want to do this when I have the money. And I will say, awesome, I want to keep you on my list. When do you think you're going to have the money? Is it like your next paycheck? Do you want me to check back in the next time my boot camp comes around? When is a good time for me to follow up with you? This tells them that you're not giving up on them. And it gives you an opportunity to know exactly when to follow up with them. And I think that's a good conversation way. So when you follow up with them, you're like, hey, I know that this was something that you were interested in before, and this was the reason why you didn't do it. But like, how do you feel about this now? Sorry, I'm reading the chat. I didn't see this. And then the last option is the last thing is they're ready, you send the cart or you send the money and they ghost you. And that's going to happen a million times. And it's going to be super honest. I'm sure some of you ghosted me. It happens all the time. Follow up with them. So that's what I do is if I send them pricing or I send them a share cart, the next day or within 2 days, I follow up with them. And I will follow up with them 2 times about that one encounter. Hey, I'm starting. Are you sure you want to get in? Hey, did you get my email? Whatever it is. I follow up with them twice, so maybe the day after and then 2 more days after, giving them a couple days. And then if they still ghost me, they never get back to me, I'm going to send them a brand new invite next month. And that's just pretty much how I handle that. People are going to ghost you, and that's just pretty much life. What's next? Okay, so they say yes, and they're in. I'm in. Now what do? You've gone through the whole process. You're ready. You've sent them or you haven't sent them a share cart, but they're 100% sold. They know what they're going to spend. They know all of the details. The share cart is the best way to go. So if you've never done a share cart, message me. I will tag you in a video. It's super, super laid out on there. Sign them up as a discount coach, always. 1, it's going to help you hit your rank. 2, it is the best option. I was just talking to my friend Kate today, and she has been a discount coach since she started, but all of a sudden she's had people be interested in jumping in with her because she's sharing her journey. And she was, sorry, I'm getting yelled at. She said to me, hey, do you sign everybody up as a discount coach? Because honestly, it's the best deal. And if it really is. It saves everybody 25% off. It should be the way that you're signing everybody up. So what I do is I sign them up as a discount coach, send them the link, and I always say, hey girl, I just want to let you know that I signed you up as a discount coach or preferred customer. I just wanted to let you know. All of my girls sign up this way. This is what that looks like. If you want that script, that explanation of a discount coach, text me because I have it laid out and I have it literally, I copied and pasted. And I never have objections about it, ever. Because it really, really does save them money, and I wholeheartedly think it's the best way. And I always say, girl, if you don't like the shakes or you don't like it, then, no big deal. We'll just cancel that. You can cancel it a month later. No big deal. I'm not too worried about it. This might be my end. I'm unsure. I think this is the end. But one more thing I wanted to add was be consistent in your inviting. And when I say be consistent, I want you to know, why is this not me? Sorry, I'm trying to get my view to look the way I want it because that's what gets recorded. I want you to pick a number that is consistent for you in inviting. I send 75 invites every single day. If you cannot send 75 invites, do not commit to 75 invites. If you are going to run out of people or you don't have the time to do 75, it's not going to get you anywhere. So I want you to think about this. If you have a plant sitting on your counter and you water it like a crap ton on Sunday and never touch it the rest of the week, is it going to keep growing? No. It's going to die unless you have like a succulent. We're not going to talk about that. We're going to talk about like, I don't know, a daisy. I know nothing about flowers. But a normal flower that needs watered every day, like a regular one, it's going to die, right? Like an apple a day keeps the doctor away, not 7 apples on Sunday. And so like, do not mass invite. It's okay to mass invite every once in a while, but like if you mass invite one day and then never invite the rest of the week, that is not going to help you. What gets you going is consistency. Pick a number that you can handle every single day. And I'm going to challenge you to pick a number maybe a little bit more than what you've been doing. Get out of your comfort zone. If you're comfortable with sending 15 invites, send 20. If you're comfortable with 20, now send 30. Push yourself a little bit more because you do want to get yourself out of the comfort zone. And in the end, at the end of the day, it is a numbers game. Statistically speaking, it's a numbers game. How many people, the more people you talk to, the more people you're going to sign, because statistically speaking, you know, like 1 in 10 are interested, or I think it's 1 in 10. So like I send 75 invites, I might get 7 people that respond to me. If you send 20 invites, you're going to get 2 people to respond to you. So statistically speaking, it's a numbers game, but pick something that's consistent. So like for the longest time, I think Ken's was sending 30 invites. That's totally fine, and she's hitting her goals with 30 invites because she's consistent. So just like hold on to a number, hold yourself to that accountability of hitting that number every single day. I send 75 invites at least every day, but sometimes I send 100, sometimes I send 90 some. I think this week I sent like 91 randomly twice, which is a weird number, but it's consistent. I'm at least sending that 75. And so my people know and expect that I'm going to keep inviting them. And I keep inviting people until they tell me to stop. That's like an unsubscribe thing in a business. I'm running a business. You entered my store. I'm going to keep inviting you. If you tell me to stop, I will stop, or unfollow me and I will stop. Like, no big deal. But I'm going to keep inviting you because you're still engaging in my content. You're still in my store. That's like getting on an email list. You're going to get emails until you ask them to stop. End of day. We have like 5 minutes left. Do you have any questions about inviting specifically? I'm going to let you guys think about that. And as you think about that, I'm going to give you your like assignments of life. I want you to invite, and this might make you throw up because it makes me throw up, but I'm going to do it with you, 20 warm market people. So 20 people that you know personally. You went to college with them. Oh my gosh. Sorry, my dog is attacking me. People you know personally, so your Facebook, people at work, people that you went to high school with, people you went to college with. It doesn't have to be somebody that you're best friends with right now, but it's somebody that you know. And I want them to be people that might kind of make you want to throw up. Stephanie, I think, said today that she's like throwing up all over. The good kind of throw up, but I'm throwing up. That's what I want. I want you to kind of get out of that comfort zone, invite people that make you throw up. Shelby was one of my make me throw up people because Shelby has always been an athlete, and I've always been intimidated by her. I don't know if she's actually listening and can hear me, but Shelby is an amazing athlete, natural athlete, and like a super likable person in life. And so like I've always in high school been intimidated by her. So inviting her was scary because I was like, well, like she probably doesn't want to do this. Like she probably, but like if I wouldn't have invited her, she wouldn't be here. So like I am challenging you to invite 20 people that you know personally by like within the next 24 hours. By tomorrow, tonight. It's not going to take you long to do it. It's just going to make you kind of want to throw up. But it's okay. I'm going to tell you 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, do it. If you haven't read the 5-second rule, go read it. Literally count backwards to 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and hit send before like you can even think about why it's scary. Okay, are there any questions? How do we feel? You guys ready? You can do it. I have faith in you. I'm gonna do it too. So don't be scared. Shelby and Amanda, if you can hear me and you are capable, can I see your faces so we can take a picture? I don't know what I don't know what to call that ever. I'm gonna say what Kate says. If I can't see you, I think you're naked. I think Shelby's probably putting her son to sleep or having dinner with her fiance, I think. So I'm gonna take a picture. I'm gonna give Shelby like 2 seconds. Shelby, are you there? Yeah. Hi. All right, I'm gonna take a picture. Smile. I'm so proud of you guys for putting your business first, showing up today. I am so thankful you were here. If you have time to jump in the Desire Empire call, do it. If not, catch the recording. She says she's trying to get to it. Wait, Shelby, are you still here? We have 2 minutes, so we can still do it. Are you on your phone? Are you on? I am you. I don't know. I can't unmute you. What are you on? Are you on your phone? There's like a little video button at the bottom. I wish I could just like do it. Pass, start, chat, make host, on hold. I don't know if I don't think I can do it. There's like a little video thing at the bottom of your phone, right? Amanda, you're on your phone, right? I'm assuming she's probably on her phone. Amanda, can you explain it to me? Can you talk? Unmute yourself.
What?
Can you explain where the unmute thingy is on your phone, or unvideo thing on your phone?
If you click on the screen,
she's there. She found it.
it's like,
with her baby. Okay, we're gonna take another picture because he needs to be in it. This is Enzo, and he's adorable. All right, smile. Okay, so proud of y'all. I'm gonna jump off. I love you all, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.